Hello skating fans, welcome back. If you've been following my journey, you'll know that last year we had the incredible opportunity to attend the World Figure Skating Championships in Montreal. And just seeing the best in the world glide, jump, and spin in real life, in person, was nothing short of breathtaking. And though I'm no skating expert, just a passionate fan, among others that I love watching, sports-wise, I've been watching figure skating for decades, and I can confidently say that figure skating is one of the most unpredictable, high-stakes, and emotionally charged sports out there, no doubt. The margin for error is razor thin, and in just under 3 minutes, a single mistake can make or break a skater's dreams, and more so cause injuries. So that is what makes it so thrilling, not the injury part, but more of how these things are accomplished in such a short period of time, nanosecond. For example, to land a triple jump, a skater must generate enough speed and power to launch themselves off the ice, fully rotate 3 revolutions in the air, and land on 1 foot with complete control. It requires combination of explosive strength, precise technique, and sheer mental grit. For the women, executing the clean triples is not just expected, it's essential to stay competitive and at the highest level. And when things don't go as planned, the results can be devastating. Although uncommon for women to perform this, the triple axel is one of the most challenging jumps in figure skating. I'm showing you here Amber Glen's triple axel jump because it is the only jump that takes off from a forward outside edge, requiring the skater to rotate 3.5 times in the air before landing on the opposite foot's back outside edge. The key characteristics are 1. Takeoff. The skater approaches the jump gliding forward on their left foot, let me picture that, for counterclockwise jumpers, and uses an explosive vault off the toe pick, right? Mind-boggling. Since the takeoff is forward, the skater needs to complete 3.5 rotations in midair to be accomplished in like 0.6 seconds. And the landing must be smooth on their right foot's back outside edge, maintaining balance and flow. The triple axel requires significant height, over 3 feet, and speed and rotational power. It is the hardest triple jump and the only one with a half revolution extra compared to standard triples. It is commonly seen in men's competition and is a major technical achievement for women. Amber Glen is the only one that has that in her program. The quadruple axel, 4.5 rotations, is even more difficult and was first landed in competition by Ilya Malinin in 2022, and last year he landed it for the first time at the World Championships, where he won the gold medal. So that's the background of why triple jumps and jumps in general in figure skating are very difficult to accomplish. Yesterday's women's short program was a perfect example of the drama and resilience this sport demands. So out of the 33 competitors who started the competition, only 24 skaters made it to the long program. And with the amount of talent on display, it's clear that nothing is guaranteed. So let's talk about 5 standout performances that shaped the leaderboard and left us all on the edge of our seats. It was so surreal, in my opinion. First is Alysa Liu, the leader of the pack after the short program. Alysa is a 2-time US champion and then retired for a couple of years and then came back last year. And she skated with a kind of confidence and precision that make a champion. You know, her opening with a textbook triple flip, triple toe combination, she followed it up with a smooth double axel and a powerful triple lutz and a floating step sequence that just blended seamlessly with the music. The judges saw everything and rewarded her near flawless execution with a leading score of 74.58. I think that was her season's best, and rightfully so. This is the Alysa Liu I've seen and love to watch from a teenager to now. Second is Amber Glen. And through Amber Glen, another 2-time US champion and reigning Grand Prix champion, went for broke with a triple axel, a high-risk, high-reward jump. Unfortunately, it wasn't her day and she took a fall, earning only 4 points instead of the potential 8+ others for grade of execution, and she also received a 1-point deduction. But here's what makes Amber so special. She didn't let that moment define her program. She pulled herself together, delivered a strong triple combination, and finished cleanly with a score of 67.65 and a ninth place finish during the short program. She's certainly not out of the race. And if there's anyone who can shock and awe us in the free skate, it's Amber Glenn. Next is another American, Isabeau Levito. Grace and artistry are the two words that I would describe Isabeau. She was last year's world silver medalist. She came in with an air of quiet confidence, very calm. She delivered an elegant, technically sound program. She opened with a triple flip, triple toe combination and showcased her signature flexibility in the step sequences. But her ability to blend her jump seamlessly with the music made for one of the most beautiful performances of the night. She closed out with a well-planned and executed triple lutz, earning 73.33 and securing a third place finish in the short program. Literally, a few nano points away from second. And a podium spot is definitely well within her reach. Next is Kaori Sakamoto, the reigning queen. She faces a hiccup because she's a 3-time consecutive world champion, and Kaori skated her signature joy and energy, but even the best aren't immune to the pressure. She started strong with a double axel and powerful triple lutz, but when it came time for her triple combination, she popped the first jump into a double. Because of her professionalism and expertise, somehow she managed to salvage the sequence with a triple toe loop. Even she looked surprised. While she was visibly disappointed at the end of her skate, her 71.03 point finish still placed her in 5th, keeping her well in medal contention. And the last skater, as a top contender for the evening, was Chaeyeon Kim from South Korea. Sadly, a costly mistake. This last year's bronze medalist, Chae, looked stunning in her amazing costume and started off well with a solid double axel. Her step sequences and spins were beautifully executed, but the real trouble came on her triple combination. She couldn't get the full rotation on the second jump, resulting in a double-footed landing and a near fall. So I think the lack of speed going into the jump, because she really looked, her glide was really slower, in my opinion. Again, I'm no expert, just an observer, but that may have been the culprit. With deductions factored in, she finished in 11th place. A tough break, but with a free skate ahead, anything is possible. So this is a sport really where anything can happen. And if there's one thing we've learned from figure skating, it's that no lead is ever safe. Just look at the 24 World Championships. If you watched it and you remember Adam Xiao Him Fa of France, he was 19th after the short program and ended up with a bronze medal, right? Mistakes happen. And while we don't wish them on anyone, they are part of what makes this sport so exciting. The short program is history. Done, right? And the free skate is a clean slate for these athletes to fight for greatness. So whether you're a lifelong fan like me or just getting into the sport, now's the time to pay attention. The long program is where legends are made. And I, for one, cannot wait to see who rises to the top. And I am so hopeful that new stars would come about and shine in this competition. Thank you for watching. Peace and blessings, and watch out for more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more.